Shout out to BWB, man. BWB. Shout out to BWB, man. You know what I'm saying? Bandwagon Buffs, man. Shout out to Bandwagon Buffs. Thank y'all for coming. BWB, baby. Shout out to TOP Sports Club, baby.
Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my Bandwagon Buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. Family, welcome to the Liberian Perspective. Do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure that you give me the thumbs up. Don't forget to smash that bell notification so you can get the videos as soon as I upload them to YouTube. And don't forget, please, look right here in this corner to get your BWB gear to rep the most educated, well-informed, least delusional fan base there is in all of college football. BWB, Bandwagon Buffs, that's right. But family, guess what? I gotta get into this video right now. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. I believe that Coach Prime is gonna be the Pac-12 Coach of the Year. If you remember the video that I did about Coach Dorrell's first season, he was the Pac-12 Coach of the Year. I believe Coach Prime is gonna follow suit, and in his first year, he is gonna be the Pac-12 Coach of the Year for the 2023 season. With our Pac-12 schedule, we're going to be playing 12 different teams. That means that's going to be 12 different coaches that we play this year. Coach Prime has some competition. There's actually going to be a couple of games that we play outside of our conference, and then the rest of the games that we play are going to be in-conference games. But what I wanted to do on this video, I actually wanted to present the coaches that we're going to be playing against on Saturdays. I want to actually represent some information about the coaches. I want to also introduce coaches that we're going to be playing on our schedule to a lot of people, but also represent some information that some of you may not be aware of, some of the coaches that we're going to be facing on Saturdays. A lot of you may already know these things, but I want you to keep in mind always when I do my videos, I'm not just doing my video tailored to one person, and not just to that one person that feels a little irritated, like, oh, I already know this information, I don't need this. It's a YouTube video. You have a choice. You can either click on it, and if you don't like it, you can just click off. It's just that simple. I want to ask you to please fight that urge to say something negative, all right? I understand that every video that I make may not be for everybody. It's totally understandable. I'm with you on that. So if this video is not for you, if me introducing the coaches to certain people and some information about salary, their background and stuff like that, if it's not your cup of tea, just simply skip the video, click off, scroll through, do whatever you got to do. But I know that there's a lot of us that are the constituents of Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffs. We're new around these areas, and this information may be valuable to a lot of us. Without further ado, let's go ahead and learn more about the coaches that we are going to be facing every Saturday and that Coach Prime is going to snatch that Coach of the Year award from. Let's go. Our first game is September the 2nd in Texas against the Texas Christian University Horned Frogs. Their head coach is named Sonny Dykes. So let's go ahead and go to the tape and learn more about who Sonny Dykes is. Let's go. Daniel Sonny Dykes, born November 9th, 1969, is an American football head coach and a former college baseball player. He is currently the head football coach at Texas Christian University, TCU, and previously served in the same role at Southern Methodist University, SMU, from 2018 to 2021, the University of California, Berkeley, from 2013 to 2016, and Louisiana Tech University from 2010 to 2012. He led Texas Christian University to the semifinals and the national championship game of the college football playoff in his first year. We all know they caught that L with Georgia, but Coach Dykes is actually a really great coach. Just from his background and the things that he has achieved, he is a great motivator. He's a great coach from what I have learned. Even though they did lose to Georgia, it is definitely not a small feat to go undefeated and to make it to that national championship game, because there did be a few ranked teams. They were not just a pushover team. So even though I'm on the side of Coach Prime and I believe we're going to win that game, I do believe it's going to be a great game. And I believe he's going to have his men ready to play. It's going to be a very tough game, but I believe that we're going to come away with the W. W. That's enough about Mr. Sonny Dykes, who is the coach of the TCU Horned Frogs. We are moving on to week number 2 when we play the Nebraska Cornhuskers. This coach is a coach that has beef with our coach, Coach Prime. His name is Matt. Now I have a thing for him. Matt Don't Rule Jack. So his name is Matt Rule. Let's go to the tape so we can learn a little bit more about Matt Don't Rule Jack. Let's go. His name is Matthew Kenneth Rule. Born January 31st, 1975. Is an American football coach and former player who is the head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. So Matt Rule was born and raised in New York City before moving to State College, Pennsylvania, where he joined Penn State's football team as a walk-on under Joe Paterno. After a 4-year playing career, Rule began his coaching career as a volunteer assistant at his alma mater. Over the following decade, he served as an assistant at several schools. In 2008, Rule became the offensive coordinator at Temple. He previously served as head coach of Temple and Baylor, as well as the Carolina Panthers of the National Football League in the NFL. Rule played linebacker at Penn State from 1994 to 1997. His current salary, which we did not get into for the last coach, for TCU's coach, is $9.25 million. Big 12 Coach of the Year in 2019. This is our rivalry, and the rivalry has been going on. Matt Rule and Coach Prime definitely are aware of this rivalry. They know that it's good for the sport. They want to keep this rivalry going. That's why we don't wear red. If you didn't know, now you know. So make sure you're not buying the BWB gear in red. If you're going to be buying your BWB hat or your BWB gear, make sure you don't buy it in the color red, because we don't wear red. We don't want you to show up to the game in red, because we got to part that red seat. That is enough information about that Nebraska game on September the 9th. Let's go to our week 3, which is going to be September the 16th, when we meet our state rivals in the Colorado State Rams. The Colorado State Rams head coach's name is Jay Norvell. Let's go to the tape and learn more about Jay Norvell. Let's go. His name is Merritt James Norvell III, born March 28th, 1963, is an American college football coach and former player. He is the head football coach at Colorado State University, a position he has held since the 2022 season. Norvell served as the head football coach at the University of Nevada, Reno from 2017 to 2021. His father, Merritt Norvell, was the athletic director at Michigan State University from 1995 to 1998. His record is about 3-9. As a head coach, his record overall is 36-35. He was first team All Big Ten in 1985. All right, that was our week number 3 matchup with the Colorado State Rams. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to our week number 4 matchup on September the 23rd with the Oregon Ducks. Quack, quack. Oregon Ducks head coach name is Dan Lanning. Let's go to the tape and learn more about Coach Dan Lanning. Let's go. Born April 10th, 1986, is an American football coach and former player who is currently the head coach at the University of Oregon. He previously served as the defensive coordinator and outside linebackers coach at the University of Georgia from 2019 to 2021. With the Ducks, his record is 10-3. His overall record is the same, 10-3. He went to 1 bowl game. 2-time CFP national champion, 2015 and 2021. Lock in the face and that information for our week number 4 matchup. That was Dan Lanning of the Oregon Ducks. We are moving on. Let's go ahead and move on with our week number 5 matchup on September the 30th with the USC Trojans. A lot of you may already know, some of you don't, but the USC Trojans head coach is Lincoln Riley. Here's a little bit more information about Lincoln Riley. Let's go to the tape. Boom. Lincoln Michael Riley. He was born September 5th, 1983. A lot of y'all are older than this guy. This is a young guy. It's an American college football coach and former player who is the head coach of the USC Trojans football program at the University of Southern California. His record is 11-3. He was born in Texas. Championships, 4 Big 12 championships, 2017 to 2020. The Broyles Award, 2015. The Big 12 Coach of the Year, 2018. AP Big 12 Coach of the Year, 2018. He previously served as the head coach at the University of Oklahoma for 5 seasons from 2017 to 2021, where he won 4 consecutive Big 12 championship games. Playing quarterback himself as a walk-on player at Texas Tech and known for his air raid offensive scheme, Riley has mentored 3 Heisman Trophy winners at quarterback: Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and Caleb Williams, as well as another starting NFL quarterback in Jalen Hurts. As a 5th-year head coach, he has produced over 28 draft picks, including 5 first-rounders, but is 1-4 in end-of-season bowl games. That's a pretty good coach, okay? You've heard some of those quarterback names, okay? So if you are a quarterback, the USC Trojans is a place that you probably want to go because you know that that guy is churning out some Super Bowl quarterbacks. I would call him the quarterback whisperer, basically, because his record for churning out NFL drafts and quarterbacks is impeccable. So he knows the quarterback position. Just like Coach Prime knows that DB position, and most DBs want to go there. If you are a quarterback, I ain't going to be mad at you if you choose USC to be your home. I'm just saying, game recognized game, if you understand what I'm trying to tell you, okay? So Lincoln Riley is definitely a great quarterback coach, but we're going to move on to our week number 6 matchup on October the 7th with the Arizona State Sun Devils. And we already know who this guy is. If you remember the story, Mr. Kenny Dillingham is that new coach that's taking over the program. We're supposed to be in that week 0 game, but the information was leaked in the Pac-12 or the NCAA. Somebody snitch is like, nope, that ain't going to happen. We don't need all of that. So they canceled that week 0. We should have been in that slot. But Kenny Dillingham is the guy over there at Arizona State. So let's learn just a little bit more about Mr. Kenny Dillingham. Let's go. Born April 28th, 1990. 1990? What the heck? How old is this guy? He's a 90s baby? What the heck? This dude was born yesterday. Stop playing with me. It's an American football coach who is currently the head football coach at Arizona State University. He previously served as the offensive coordinator at the University of Oregon, Florida State University, Auburn University, and the University of Memphis. His record is 0-0 because he just started, just like Coach Prime. They're both new to the Pac-12. We are moving on to our October 13th matchup on week number 7 against the Stanford Singular Cardinal. Their head coach has a nickname of TT. I'm sure they call him TT over there at the university. Some of the players probably call him TT if he's comfortable with that, but his name is Troy Taylor. Let's learn a little bit more about Coach Troy Taylor. Let's go. Troy Scott Taylor, born April 15th, 1968, is an American football coach and former player who is currently the head coach of the Stanford Cardinal. Previously, he served as co-head football coach at Folsom High School in Folsom, California from 2012 to 2015, co-offensive coordinator at Eastern Washington University in 2016, offensive coordinator at the University of Utah from 2017 to 2018, and as head coach at Sacramento State from 2019 to 2022. So he too is a new coach, got a new situation in 2023. Some career highlights would be, as coach, he's a 3-time Big Sky 2019, 2021, and 2022. He had the Eddie Robinson Award in 2019, 2 times Big Sky Coach of the Year 2019 and 2021. All right, guys, so after we play the Stanford Cardinal on October the 13th, we have a bye week on the 21st. We come back and we play the UCLA Bruins. A lot of you already know the UCLA Bruins head coach is Chip Kelly. I'm definitely introducing him to a lot of newcomers that may not know Coach Chip Kelly. So let's go to the tape and find out a little bit more about Mr. Chip Kelly. Let's go. All right, his name is Charles Edward Kelly, born November 25th, 1963, is an American football coach who is the head coach of the UCLA Bruins. He came to prominence as the head coach of the Oregon Ducks from 2009 to 2012, whom he led to 4 consecutive BCS Bowl games appearances, including the 2011 BCS National Championship game. This success led to him serving as a head coach in the National Football League, the NFL, for 4 seasons, 3 with the Philadelphia Eagles, 2013 to 2015, and 1 with the San Francisco 49ers in 2016. Kelly only made the playoffs in his first season with Philadelphia, and he was fired from both teams. After leaving the NFL, Kelly returned to college football in 2018 to coach UCLA. All right, we do have income information for him. His annual salary is about $3.5 million. I don't know this information is accurate, Coach Prime makes about $5 million. So I don't know if Coach Prime is making more than Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly has a really long resume as far as head coaches is concerned. So you can take this Wikipedia information with a grain of salt. So I don't know if this information is like deadly accurate. Okay, so don't hold me to that information. But some championships, he has 3 Pac-12 championships from 2019 to 2011, Pac-12 North Division 2011 to 2012, NFC East Division 2013. He's a pretty decorated head coach. He's well known. A lot of people know him. Okay, guys, so we're moving on to our November the 4th matchup with the Oregon State Beavers. Their coach is Jonathan Smith. Let's go ahead and learn more about Coach Smith. Let's go. His name is Jonathan Charles Smith, born January 18th, 1979, is an American college football coach who is currently the head coach at Oregon State University. He was previously the co-offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach for the Washington Huskies. He arrived in Seattle in 2014 as part of the staff of new head coach Chris Peterson. As a player, he was a 4-year starter at quarterback at Oregon State in Corvallis under head coaches Mike Riley and Dennis Erickson. His annual salary is $2.4 million. Again, that information may not be that accurate, so just take that with a grain of salt. His record is 26-31. And some awards that he's won, he was the Pac-12 Coach of the Year just last year. And 2001, he was the Fiesta Bowl MVP. That would be as a player. Remember, Coach Prime is taking that award this year, Coach of the Year 2023. Coach Prime, lock that in. That is my proclamation. It's just a proclamation. That's all it is. Okay, guys, so we're moving right along with our November 11th matchup with Arizona, and their coach is Jedd Fisch. So let's learn more about Coach Fisch. Let's go. His name is Jedd Ari Fisch, born May 5th, 1976, is an American football coach who is currently the head football coach at the University of Arizona. Fisch previously served as the quarterbacks coach for the New England Patriots and as an assistant offensive coordinator and senior offensive assistant for the Los Angeles Rams. In addition, Fisch served as the interim head football coach at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, for the final 2 games of the 2017 season. He was the quarterbacks coach, wide receivers coach, and passing game coordinator under head coach Jim Harbaugh at the University of Michigan from 2015 to 2016. Fisch has served several stints as an assistant coach in both the professional and college ranks. His record is 7-19. His annual salary is $2.6 million. All right, guys, so November 17th, we play Washington State, and their head coach name is Jacob Dickert. So we're going to go ahead and learn more about him. Let's roll the tape. Coach Jacob Dickert, born August 23rd, 1983. Wow, young guy, is an American college football coach. He is the head coach at Washington State University. Prior to this, he served as a defensive coordinator in Pullman beginning in 2020. Dickert attended school and played football at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point and has coached at various colleges and universities since his graduation in 2007. That's a young boy. He's just getting started. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Overall, his record is 10-9, and his bowl record is 0-2. All right, guys, so we're going to close out our Pac-12 regular season on November the 25th with Coach Kyle Whittingham of the Utah Utes, the University of Utah. So let's go ahead and roll the tape right now and learn a little bit more about Coach Kyle Whittingham. Let's go. His name is Kyle David Whittingham, born November 21st, 1959, is an American football coach and former player. He is the head football coach at the University of Utah, a position he has held since 2005 and is the all-time leader in wins at Utah. Prior to becoming the head coach at Utah, Whittingham served as Utah's defensive coordinator for 10 seasons. He was named head coach of Utah after Urban Meyer left for the University of Florida in 2004. He won AFCA Coach of the Year and the Paul Bear Bryant Award in 2008 after leading the 2008 Utah youth football team to an undefeated season and a win in the 2009 Sugar Bowl over the 2008 Alabama Crimson Tide football team. He and Oklahoma State's Mike Gundy are the second longest tenured FBS coaches with one school, trailing only Kirk Ferentz. He is the longest tenured head coach in the Pac-12. Pac-12, he won that 2021 and 2022. The MWC 2008 Pac-12 South Division 2015, 2018, 2019, and 2021. He was a 2-time Pac-12 Coach of the Year in 2019 and 2021. 2021. He was a Bobby Dodd Coach of the Year in 2019. Like I said, I like the Utah Utes. We're going to end our season with them. I believe that that may be one of the teams that we lose to. I am on record for saying our record may be 8-4 this 2023 season. But I do believe that Coach Prime will make a bowl. We're not just trying to make a bowl game. I believe you just have to win either 5 or 6 games. I think it's 6 games to make a bowl game. Coach Prime is going to be the Coach of the Year. He's going to beat out all of these coaches. We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe Coach Prime will go a little further than 8-4. I believe he might be able to do that. He's definitely in position to do that. Though the Pac-12 has some really good quarterbacks, like the Heisman Trophy hopefuls, but as far as like the defense and the offensive, the trenches and all of those things, the Pac-12 is treading a little light. Yes, the Utah Utes are really good. The Oregon Ducks are really good. There's a few teams that will give us some problem. I believe we're going to win 8 out of the 12 games that we're going to play. Hopefully that was good information for some of you. Some of you already know that, so this video was probably nothing for you. It is what it is. On my channel, I like to bring information that's going to be useful to a lot of our constituents who are not familiar with college football. I'm going to leave it right there, guys. I thank you for watching. If you found this video to be useful, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to help this channel to grow so that I can continue to do what I'm doing. You know who I am. I'm Harry B. And what you just witnessed was the Liberian Perspective. That's TLP Sports Club. Brah.